Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you Game 2 in a best of 3 series and series number 3 in the finals between mousesports versus fnatic. You can see that TT1 currently commands a 1-0 lead in this best of 3 series and already making out with a very early probe, and I can only imagine cheese now happening. We'll see what TT1 tries to go for in this matchup. The probe will be making its way into this location here, perhaps trying to do some mineral scouting. Mineral scouting is when you take a unit and you try to scout out your opponent by trying to see where the gold, where the minerals are actually being mined from. And oh no, just doing, perhaps setting up a proxy pylon, and that is it. So he's doing a blind gateway. Now this works on Metalopolis because, or in the TSL version of Metalopolis and also the GSL version of Metalopolis, because you know that you can warp in a gateway, or you know that your opponent is always going to spawn cross-map. So by placing this proxy pylon down here, he can get some gateways up and running, and then chrono boost them straight into the base. Taking a look back over here, TT1 not getting any additional probes. So all he has are these 9 probes currently mining away, and another gateway could be warped in just a moment. Wait for that second gateway. As soon as that second gateway is up, most likely the probe is going to try to do some scouting. This probe over here is going to make its way over and then pretty much see what it doesn't want to see, an empty base. And that is an absolute nightmare. The probe now going to come inside here, knows there is nothing, and then come back around. You can see that Mana is trying to see if there is any proxy gateways. And this is normally where proxy gateways are laid down, but hasn't seen anything at all. And now, oh, Mana deciding to scout this location first. And he is going to he's not going to find out about this proxy gateways until a little bit later, and that's going to hurt him even further. You can see that TT1 currently only sitting at 14/18. Food. He will be able to train up another Zealot in just a moment. The probe now just wandering around here. No Zealot has been trained at all, so Tosh perhaps going for Stalker first, being very greedy after that Scout, now finally training up a Zealot, but one Zealot already on its way, 2 Zealots also being chrono boosted. As this probe walks up the ramp, it is not going to find a gateway, and now in comes the Zealot, already getting in some damage. A Forge is already being placed down, as this probe pretty much knows that there is a bit of problems already. Mana going to lose that scouting probe there, as this Zealot getting as much damage as possible. Double gateways, more Zealots are being trained. The Forge is about to be about halfway completed, as now we're going to have 3 Zealots. 3 Zealots, 2 more in production, not chrono boosting out the Zealot, and I'm not quite sure why. Now going after this one pylon. That pylon positioning means that this gateway will no longer be able to train up any more Zealots there, and it's going to be a little bit more time. One Zealot now deciding to finally back off. This pylon almost completed, both sides battling it out. Another cannon now warping in along the backside there, as this one Zealot now should be trained up in just a moment, trying to get chrono boosted out. Probes are battling it out, but Tosh is having an absolute nightmare, losing so many probes straight inside his base. The probes are trying to fight back. The photon cannon now 10 seconds away from being completed. The probes are all dying. This one Zealot not getting chrono boosted out, and there's the GG. So Mana losing game 2 in this best of 3 series to a very risky proxy gateway here on Metalopolis. And I really think that it was Mana who didn't scout out this location, and also changed his scouting direction. If he had scouted out and saw that there were no gateways here, he may have been able to respond to it much more quickly, perhaps getting that Forge down 10 to 15 seconds earlier. Also, he could have done a number of different options as well that would have worked out much better for him. So yes, TT1 keeping the hopes of fnatic alive, taking game 3 in this best of 5 series between mousesports and fnatic. So yes, we'll see whether or not fnatic can claw their way back in, or if Mana can finish it with Series 4. Series 4 coming up next. I will be casting it now. I'm casting the games in the order in which I received them, and the next set of games will be the 2v2 matchup. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned.